We're in fourth seat. We have a nice low 13 count with a spade void. Pass, pass, one spade on our right. We overcall 2 hearts, which seems fine. This is imps. Okay. So not match points. The 2 heart overcall is a little concerning to me. We're vulnerable against not. I might have preferred a takeout double. I think 2 hearts is okay. I mean, it's the first round of the bidding of the auction seems like it might be a more useful bidding challenge. The takeout double always gets us to a 9-card heart fit because we're planning to double spades and then probably double spades a second time if it comes back around to us. We miss out on 5-3 heart fits, but it seems likely that if we overcall 2 hearts, they're going to lead a spade at trick 1. Our trumps are pretty weak, so we can't do something like pull 2 or 3 rounds of trumps, or, depending on how many hearts partner has, and then just run our side suits or plan on a cross ruff. We would probably have to knock out a trump honor, East gets in, or our right-hand opponent gets in, forces us again, and now if we have to set up a side suit, whether it's diamonds or clubs, we're in a lot of trouble because we're short on trumps. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of the times with weak 5-card majors, you see people making takeout doubles rather than overcalling directly. Anyway, we bid 2 hearts. Let's see what happens. Left-hand opponent Q bids hearts, which makes sense. Partner bids 4 hearts. We get 4 spades on our right, and we are vulnerable against not. It's teams. Now, the 4 heart bid from partner, it shouldn't show a lot of values. Partner could have Q-bid 3 spades if they wanted to either put us in a force, depending on our agreements, or show, a good raise to 4 hearts. So they don't have that. But vulnerable, especially given that our partner, I think, is pretty likely to have some spade length, it sounds as if our partner probably has a pretty good hand, because they wouldn't just want to bid 4 hearts with something like 5 small hearts, 3-3-2, or 5 small hearts, 4-3-1, like Singleton Club or whatever. 3 small spades, 4 small diamonds. So, because we're vulnerable against not, right? They don't know that we aren't just going for 800 against the opponent's game, but that would still be a pretty huge loss at imps, 8 imps. So I think partner's pretty likely to have honor 5th of hearts, like ace 5th or king 5th. They may even have an outside card like the diamond queen. I think there's an excellent chance we're making 5 hearts. I think on a good day we might even be able to make 6 hearts, but I'm not really gonna push for it, right? It's possible partner has a hand that's 4 small, king 5th, ace 3rd singleton, and we can pitch partner's diamond on the ace king of clubs. We can, I guess, just try and cross ref a bunch of tricks. Maybe 2 rounds of trumps will beat us. But yeah, I think there's a good enough chance that 5 hearts is just making that I feel like I kind of just have to bid it. We're probably not getting rich against 4 spades. So, number 1, we bid 5 hearts. How does that look? Yeah, that looks good. Hand number 2. Okay, we're in 4th seat again. This time, once again, it's imps, no one vulnerable. So, no trump on our left, we have a 10 count. 3 diamonds by our partner. This is another instance where it would be useful to know partnership agreements. many pairs will play, like, do we have a way to show a single suited hand in diamonds? If, because a lot of pairs will play like 2 clubs as both majors and 2 diamonds as 1 major, and they have no way to show a single suited minor, or at least at the 2 level. So therefore 3 diamonds would be their way to show a single suited minor, and it would not be preemptive, it would show values. It seems like that's clearly not the case here, given the way the auctions proceeded, but anyway, so a no trump 3 diamonds, double on our right, we pass. Three no on our left, pass, pass. I mean, this contract's going down if partner leads a diamond, right? But they might have missed out on 4 hearts. I definitely don't want to double, because I think East might wise up and run. Sorry, not East, the player on our right. You know, this person over here who made this negative double. Right-hand opponent could be 5-4 in the majors, for example, and West sitting on like 2-3, 3-5 shape. With like ace-third or king-third of diamonds, didn't think they had a major suit fit, so they just bid 3-no, which seems like the most practical thing to do, and right-hand opponent with a singleton diamond, like 5-4-3-1 or 4-5-3-1, sorry, 4-5-1-3 shape. You know, they were in a tough position over partner's preempt. So I think this is going down. I think 4 hearts has a decent chance to make. I am hopeful partner leads a diamond, but I don't think that partner's going to come up with an alternative to a diamond lead. I mean, even if they're looking at like king jack 10 7th, hopefully they lead a diamond. I'm just going to pass. Maybe better agreements would dictate a different course of action, but I think this is the most reasonable thing to do here. Alright, East-West vulnerable. That's us. Partner opens a diamond. We get the 3 club overcall on our right. And we have king jack 9 6. No way. So we got a 19 count. Let's say right-hand opponent has the ace-queen of clubs. That brings our combined high card points up to 25. Partner has almost everything else. A diamond opener, so we don't have a major suit fit. Partner could easily be like 4-4-4-1. Let me try and count some tricks in no trump for a second. Because if we're making 6-no, while it might be very tempting to go after 3 clubs, I think we probably should bid 6-no. Let's say we have 4 hearts, 3 spades, 4 diamonds, and a club. That would be 12 tricks. Partner would have ace-queen of diamonds, king-jack of hearts, king of spades. I don't know. We still need the jack of diamonds. Yeah, maybe 6-no is actually a little bit far off unless partner has extra shape. Not extra shape, sorry, like extra tricks, like 6 diamonds or something. And even then, I mean, ace-queen 6 the diamonds could split badly. And how do we do against 3 clubs on hands like this? We'll be taking 3 spades and... Maybe I should count how many tricks right-hand opponent has in clubs, because right-hand opponent loses... Let's say that clubs are 7-6-0-0 around. I don't think it's the most likely layout. I think it's very possible clubs are 6-6-1 around the table in some fashion. But let's say right-hand opponent actually has 7 clubs. We have 6 tricks outside the club suit. So that's already down 2. and we can then tap right-hand opponent. They give us the 9 of clubs. We exit the 2 of clubs. So we'll score all 3 of our club tricks. So that would be down 5. 1, 3, 5, 8, 11. I mean, obviously we're risking losing out on a grand slam. Partner could be, you know, like 3, 4, 6, 0 or something like that, and a grand slam is good. I'm a little concerned about the 4th round of hearts. Partner could be 3, 3, 7, 0. But maybe those layouts are a little bit less likely than the whole 4x1. Partner's 4, 4, 4, 1 shape, or 4, 4, 5, 0 shape. And in those cases, I think a grand slam is pretty unlikely. Six no trump still feels like partner might need ace queen jack 5th of diamonds a lot of the time, which they could have, not guaranteed. I think I'm just going to go after the penalty. I'm just going to pass. 1100 seems like almost a guarantee, and sometimes we'll end up losing, what is it, like 8 or so for the other table reaching a small slam, but sometimes the small slam is going to go down, in which case we'll win, you know, 14 or something like that. And it feels like those will happen about an equal amount of the time. So yeah, let's go after a penalty. Also in a longer... Oh, this is match points, I just realized. Oh my god, I hate this. I never look at these things. I saw imps, and then I saw imps, and I'm just like, oh, it's all imps. Does match points make a difference at all? I don't think so. Sometimes this is a game deal, in which case going plus 1100 will be good if our side can make a game. Sometimes it's a slam deal, but sometimes slam goes down, and I'm kind of weighting those about equal, 50-50. So it looks like on average, just defending is going to be the right thing to do. Hey, Shift. Good afternoon. Hand 4, imps. We're in 4th seed. Our left-hand opponent deals. You're too chicken to pass. The thing is, partner's always reopening with the double, right? It's a little bit different if we had, like, let's say we had a 19 count where our clubs were like king, jack, 10, 4th. Then it's possible that if we pass, it goes all pass. Because partner will have a minimum opening hand, and they might have something like a doubleton club. But when we have 6 clubs, partner always reopens with double. I think this is kind of a good bidding problem, in a sense, because, oh, you thought it was 3 spades? Yeah, let's see. Can I make this bigger? I cannot. I don't know what to do about these pictures. Yeah, this is actually super annoying, the small font. I hadn't realized. How can pass be the correct answer to a bidding problem? Good question. No. This is what control scroll up and down does. It's literally not doing anything. Yeah, it's just the pictures themselves are fixed to a certain size, so I can't make the photos bigger at all, which is sad. All right, let's go on to hand 4. It made the little green arrow change that. Oh, this thing in the bottom right? That's funny. I wasn't even looking at that, but yeah. That's all it was doing, apparently. Fourth one. So left-hand opponent opens 3 diamonds now. Partner makes a takeout double, pass on our right. We have this large collection, but with a small doubleton diamond, which is a little bit scary. Imps. No one vulnerable. So, I mean, obviously we have a really good hand. Slam could be making... It feels like 4 diamonds is the right thing to do. It doesn't look like we're going to get much more competition from here, but we can bid 4 diamonds. Well, I'm a bit worried 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, 4 spades. The auction I kind of want to roll with will sound like I have longer clubs than spades. And it might also sound like I only have 4 spades. This is another one that I think maybe will create interesting discussion, but is probably not that relevant to the actual bid, because I don't think there's an expert standard on what 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, 4 spades means in this spot. Some people will play it as like 4 spades and longer clubs and as a choice of black suits, just in case partner only has 3 spades. Some might play it, you know, as we would like, which is a slam try. This is a much more practical problem than number 3. That's true. I mean, this type of thing will only happen in New Zealand. So if you're playing outside of that region, then you're never going to see a hand like this in real life. I guess... I mean, 4 spades just ends the auction. So what do we need for a slam, right? We basically need a diamond control. If I place partner on ace of hearts, ace of spades, let's say partner has ace, king, queen of hearts, ace of spades, and nothing else. They've got like ace 4th, ace, king, queen 5th, doubleton, doubleton. Is that a takeout double? It feels a bit light to me. I think I'm gonna invite a slam. And then the question is, how do I want to do that? Because even if partner has like the death hand of ace, king, queen of hearts, I think they also need the ace, queen of spades or a singleton diamond, in which case we're going to have pretty good 5-level safety. So, oh, you have a link. Hand 3 happens in New Zealand all the time. See, that's what I'm talking about. So does 5 spades ask for a diamond control? Probably. I wonder if 4 diamonds followed by 5 spades is a better way to do it than... Because maybe we could get some distinction between like 5 spades directly asking for good trumps as a slam try, and instead 4 diamonds followed by 5 spades asking for a diamond control. Like, again, with no discussion with partner about system, I think we just have to pick something. I'm going to try 5 spades as like a practical slam try on this 4th board. Partner might not just think that this is asking for a diamond control, but again, undiscussed. I don't really have a better way of finding out the information I need. What do I think it should be? I think obviously 4 diamonds followed by 5 spades should be a different hand type, but I don't know what the distinction should be. I mean, one of them probably should specifically ask for a diamond control, and I don't know which one that should be. Anyway, this looks good to me. I'll bid 5 spades. Board 5. We're in 4th seat again. Man, we're just in 4th seat all the time. That's my least favorite seat to be in. Oh. Wait, we did it again. Are all these hands taken from the New Zealand trials? A heart on our left. Pass, pass. Okay, it's match points. The opponents are vulnerable. I mean, I've seen this one before. I would say I don't need to think all that hard about this one, but let's do a little bit of quick analysis to find out why pass is probably the right thing to do. The opponents are vulnerable and they're going for 100 a trick. The fact that we have a bunch of values is kind of counteracted by the fact that that means, 1, our partner's not going to have much, and 2, our long suit is held firmly on our left, so we're not going to be able to set up heart tricks if we were to bid, say, some number of no trump on this hand. We have 19. Obviously, if partner has some stuff, then maybe we can make a game, but partner could have overcalled a spade if they had 5 spades and some values. So it's pretty unlikely we've missed out on 5-3 spade fit, in which case maybe we would have a spade game. Regardless, I would expect to beat them at least 1 trick, possibly more. Plus 200 is kind of a magic score at match points. I guess I would say, just like experience-wise, I've seen that this is just the right thing to do on these types of hands when the opponents are vulnerable. It's a lot harder if the opponents are not vulnerable because they're only going for 50 a trick. So because they're at the 1 level, if they were only going for 50 a trick and they go down 2, our side might be able to score plus 120 and no trump, and that would be a much better score. But here, if they're down 2, plus 200, we would need to score a game our way, and that seems pretty unlikely with all the hearts on our left. Pass is kind of the clear and standout action on this board at match points. Even at teams, I don't think it's particularly close. 2 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 is 19. Did I math wrong? 21. Whatever. I mean, the same stuff applies. We have 2 extra points, partner has 2 fewer points. I guess this makes it a little bit more likely that we could miss a 5-3 spade fit, but probably not much. Alright, so pass is kind of clear and stand out on this one. Board 6. PGF says, first in hand, Brad opens a heart with a balanced 2 count and a 3-card heart suit. You doubled with 16. His partner bid 2 now. Game forcing, which was passed out. You beat at 3. The opponent's opened a strong no trump and played there for plus 150. Yeah, it's a push board. See? Bridge is such an easy game. Everyone gets to the same spot. Okay, we're in first seat this time. Wonderful. So we get to open 2 hearts, which we don't. Goes 4 diamonds on our left, double by partner, pass to us. Well, I would have preferred to open 2 hearts the way this auction has gone, because that kind of describes our hand. Now we are in a bit of a bind once again. We have a hand that I think 4 hearts is just enough. All finesses that we take are going into the non-preemptor, and there could be bad splits abound. Like, left-hand opponent might have a singleton spade, leads it to the ace and gets a ruff at trick 1, and we might still be off a heart trick. Yes, obviously we could be missing a slam, maybe even a grand, but I'm not going to play partner for, like, ace, king, queen of hearts, ace, king, queen of spades, right? That's just... partner doesn't need all that much. Additionally, the fact that there was no diamond raise is a little bit concerning. We have a void. If partner really was short in diamonds, right-hand opponent, I think, is pretty likely to raise diamonds at imps, because right-hand opponent wouldn't really want to defend 4 of a major if they have a big diamond fit with their partner, not at these colors. So they would like to put pressure on us to make a 5-level decision. So I think it's a lot more likely that partner just has a big balanced point blob over there, and for that reason, also, you know, I'm not convinced we have a huge heart fit. Partner might just have like ace queen third or king queen third, and we could have 2 heart losers. Yeah, 4 hearts just feels like plenty on this one. I'm not confident enough to pass out 4 diamonds doubled, even though I suppose it could be the right thing to do. So 4 hearts is the choice there. On board 6, if we bid 4 hearts and it goes 4 spades, pass to us. Oh, and partner bids 4 spades. I would... I suppose it's a question of whether or not I think 5 clubs promises spade support. I don't think it should, so I would rather clearly show spade support somehow. I don't know if 5 diamonds or 6 diamonds would be the right bid, though. What do I need for our side to make a grand? Like ace, king, queen, 6th of spades. The ace of hearts. And the queen of clubs, maybe? It's going to be hard to convince partner that we're making a grand, because partner's not looking at the ace, king of clubs, so unless we take over, I think it's a little bit too difficult. You know, if partner has ace, king, queen of spades and, like, ace, king of hearts and we bid 6 diamonds, okay, I'm convinced. I'll bid 6 diamonds. I like 6 diamonds over 4 spades. But that's obviously not the bidding problem we're faced with. we had this one instead. What to do over the double. Alright, we're in second seat. 3 diamonds on our right, we have a balance 12, we pass. 4 diamonds on our left, partner bids 4 hearts, pass to us. I mean, I don't really understand why we would be thinking here, but I suppose I can construct a hand for a second. What's the vulnerability? Our side vulnerable, the opponent's not. I mean, it's possible we have a slam. What do I need? I would need something like ace, king of hearts, ace of spades, singleton diamond, to have play. Like, the thing is, partner doesn't need a long heart suit for 4 hearts. They could have a hand that's like ace, king, queen, 6th of hearts. Maybe ace, king, queen, 10, 6th of hearts. Ace of spades, king of clubs. I mean, maybe the hands where partner's shorter in hearts, we actually have a better chance of making a slam. Because I'm thinking if partner just has like ace, king, queen, 8th of hearts and out with a singleton or void and diamonds, sure, we have 8 heart tricks and the ace of clubs and ace of diamonds, but then what? The ace of spades is probably offside. Queen of spades is probably offside. King of clubs is probably offside. So I could definitely see passing being right. This is a tough problem. You wonder if had we opened 2 hearts, 4 diamonds, overcall, 4 spades by partner, pass to us, 5 clubs as a Q bid? Absolutely. Yeah. If we didn't have anything and partner bid 4 spades, partner's 4 spades was to play opposite a weak 2 heart opener, it doesn't matter how many trumps we have. Partner said they can play 4 spades, so we should just always pass. Other bids have to be in support of spades. I don't know. I guess maybe I am comfortable just kind of taking over on this hand. If I bid 4-0 and partner shows 2 with the queen, we're already at 5 spades. Good reason to play kickback. But maybe it's okay. I mean, like, sometimes in addition to ace, king, queen of hearts, partner has the queen of spades and the king of clubs, and we just scrape up 12 tricks despite losing the ace of spades. Five diamonds is probably some generic try, but the thing is, I'm a little worried that partner's going to be sad when we cubed 5 diamonds if they have a diamond void. And I don't want them to be sad. I normally like it when partner's happy. Because the ace of diamonds is kind of a useful discard. If partner has king, 3rd of clubs, then we can pitch a club loser. If partner has queen, 3rd of spades, we can pitch a spade loser. So, you know, partner's going to look at the 5 diamond cubed and be like, well, the ace of diamonds opposite my void isn't great, but they don't realize that our black suit controls are actually quite nice. That's why I'm kind of drawn to 4-0 key card. As a try. Okay. I'll bid 4-0. I don't know. No, I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna bid 5 diamonds and we'll just accept it. If partner bids 5 hearts, that's fine. We can sign off. It kind of gets across the idea that we're making a slam try in hearts and partner's going to evaluate whether or not they have a good 4-heart bid or a bad 4-heart bid in context. So I like it for that reason. Also, 5 diamonds conveys that partner needs not worry about having a doubleton diamond, which I suppose is theoretically possible. Diamonds could be 7-2 or even 6-3. Okay. Last board. We are in second seed. Both vulnerable, match points, 2 hearts on our right, and we have this hand. I mean, I would say once again, so it feels like there's been kind of a common theme for a lot of these boards, which is like, what do you do when the opponent's preempt and you're long in their suit? Or what do you do when you're very short in their suit? For this one, I think it's kind of clear once again that we should be passing. And partner is somewhat likely to reopen with a double, in which case I'm also very happy to pass that out. I mean, a lot of the times partner's going to be like 3-1-5-4 or 4-1-4-4 or 4-1-5-3 or, you know, something of that nature, and they're very likely to reopen with a double. And if they don't, we can defend 2 hearts undoubled, which I think is also somewhat likely to score well. Our alternatives don't look great either, which I think is one of the main reasons. Like, if they had given us a hand that was balanced with ace king fourth of hearts, I think there would be a lot of votes for like a 2-no trump overcall with the 16 count. Hopefully I've counted up the high card points right this time. But given that we're unbalanced, we can't make a takeout double and we can't really overcall 2-no. I mean, obviously we could overcall 2-no, but I think it's a lot more useful to go after a penalty on this one. There might be some votes for 2-no, but I think it's just, why give up our guaranteed plus 200 when we aren't convinced we have a game already, and possibly even score plus 800 when partner reopens with a double. Okay, these are my votes. Let's see how we did. So we got to go to bidding contest. This was June. Results. Let's go ahead and make some room for our scores. All right. Boom. This month, Miguel Villas-Boas, blah, 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 blah. Leaderboard. Wait, where is leaderboard? Oh, here we go. Leaderboard. We're now halfway through the 2024 annual competition. Leaderboard is starting to take shape. 12 players still averaging 70 to 80 or higher. Again, I'm not convinced that the scores are meaningful in any way on this sort of thing. I think it's probably interesting discussion. And sorry I'm covering up some text over here with this, but yeah, let's scroll down. Here we go. So board 1, we have, wow, I'm actually surprised that most of the panel passed 4 spades. That seems crazy to me. I wonder what they say. I mean, obviously there were some votes for 5 hearts, but let's take a look. So we got a 6. Interesting. We begin with a clear decision from the panel. More than 2/3 choosing to pass. Nearly a third of competitors agree. Largest faction opts for the Brave 5 level. Oh, I see. Yeah, so the competitors generally chose to bid. The panel disagrees. Pass, I don't know what we can make. I have no idea what they can make. Maybe this is time to give partner a say. So my thinking on this is that if you don't know who's making what at imps and both sides are in game, it's generally right to bid. The way that the imp scale works out is that let's say both sides could be making a game. So you could have a double game swing. This will happen. Let's say that there are 4 possibilities, right? Both sides are making, both sides are down, or one side is making and one side is down. And doubles kind of adjust this math a little bit, but it's pretty simple to analyze. if you have no idea what's going on, effectively you think, therefore, you're in one of these 25, 25, 25, 25 worlds, where like both sides making will happen a quarter of the time, both sides down will happen a quarter of the time, and so on, then it's always going to be right at imps to bid. So if that's really what you're thinking, that I don't know what we can make and I don't know what they can make, you should be bidding. And again, like the math is just simple, right? Like I forget, was this both sides vulnerable? I think one side was vulnerable. We're vulnerable, the opponents are not. So if we're making a game, the answers make you think it was presented to panelists as match points. It could have been. Yeah, it easily could have been, right? This is imps. But we'll see. I have to, we'll keep reading a little bit. But so like, let's say that they're plus 420 and we're plus 650 on this board, then that is what, 14 imps, I think, maybe 15, 14, we'll call it 14. So a quarter of the time we're losing 14 imps by passing. If we're down and the opponents are making, let's just call it a wash, right? It's probably actually pretty likely that we're only down one and the opponents are making, so we're still winning imps in this scenario, but like for simplicity, let's call it a wash. And let's also call it a wash if we're making and the opponents are down. Again, we're winning a ton of imps by bidding 5 hearts in this scenario, and we weren't planning on doubling 4 spades, so, you know, again, we're losing a bunch of equity here anyway, but by passing. But again, like a point being that these are two scenarios where like the number of imps exchanged is probably a little bit lower than the ones where both sides are making or both sides are down. But then if both sides are down, we lose a little bit, right? Let's say we're down 1 and the opponents are down 1. They aren't doubling us in 5 hearts, so we're minus 100, and we could have been plus 50. So that's going to be 3 imps. So we have a 25% chance to win 14, a 25% chance to lose 3, and even if I ignore the two things in the middle, for passing, we're still down, you know, a good chunk of imps on average for passing. So this is why, like, if you actually have no idea what's going on, this comment, then you should always bid when you're in the game range at imps. Similarly, if you have no idea what's going on, but you're in a part score range, you should always pass at imps, because you can work through the same math, but sometimes they double you, right? And then it gets very expensive, but you're not slated to win a ton if both part scores make. So anyway, this is a fine statement, but an incorrect conclusion. We're vulnerable. I don't like to bid more on this very moderate hand. That's reasonable. You know, like if you just don't think that 5 hearts is ever making, then it's probably correct to pass. Blah, 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 blah. Pass, I have no reason to think we can make 11 tricks. So again, like very reasonable take by Dubois here. I know partner might have very little, but I do have 2.5 defensive tricks, and maybe the trump split will be awkward for them. Good point. Marty Bergen makes a key point. If partner had a good hand, he would have cubed 3 spades. Exactly. I agree. But at these colors, at imps, partner also understands that like there's no reason to bid 4 hearts unless they have a decent hand. I mean, so they don't have a limit raise, but they have some stuff. I'm looking for people who know what they're talking about. If I could double to show interest in bidding on, I'd do that, as this is a good hand. This makes a lot of sense. If I don't have that option, I have to pass. Seems reasonable. So Sophia Baldiz says, pass. I think pass should be forcing, especially with our side being vulnerable. Depending what partner has, a number of contracts could be right. Ace, 5th, and hearts, the club queen, and even the diamond ace. Slam might make. Exactly. I mean, I kind of mentioned this. Ace, ace, king is highly unlikely. 3 spade cubed on a good hand. Passing, let partner evaluate. My alternative would be to double. Certainly wouldn't want to go the 5 level on my own with so many losers. Yeah, reasonable take. Robson. Would have doubled on the first round of bidding. Here we go. See, this was another thing that I was talking about. Like, just because you have 5 hearts doesn't mean you have to overcall 2 hearts. Myers. Have to say I would not have overcalled 2 hearts. I only have 5. They're not very good ones. This is a textbook takeout double. Again, you know, a bunch of people kind of making these comments that the 2 heart overcall is probably a more interesting question. I would just pass. I have looks 2.5 defensive tricks. No reason to think they will make 4 spades, but I could be going down 2 doubled, vulnerable, and 5 hearts. It's very possible. Let's see the people who bid 5 hearts. DeWeese. Taking the decision by myself feels wrong. Still defending with a void doesn't feel right. We used to play action doubles, but now I can only blame partner for bidding 4 hearts if defending 4 spades is right. Yeah. Reasonable take. Would have been better position had I doubled the first time, but I don't feel it's right to let them play 4 spades. Bid on... Oh, that's Migri. There was some discord in the French cam. 5 hearts. My partner is a passed hand, and he had 3 ways to express a heart fit. Double, 3 spades, and 4 hearts. 4 hearts with probably very few high card points. Given the opponent's bidding, must show at least 4 trumps in some distribution, so why not something like this, with a stiff diamond and queen 5th of clubs opposite our, what was it, ace king 4th? It's difficult to estimate the total tricks, as south spade length is unknown, but both 4 spades and 5 hearts could easily be making. Here we go. So, like, if this is true, you have to bid 5 hearts, right? And it doesn't need to be true very often at imps. That's one of the big things. Because, remember, we've calculated this as like win 14. So if we're winning 14 only 15% of the time, and most of the other times we're like either pushing the board or losing a small chunk, like 3 imps, it's probably right to just bid on. Jonah prefers to pass, expecting partner to judge the situation. East may well bid 5 hearts himself. Larry was even willing to make a slam try on the way. Oh, Larry. 5 clubs. Voids are magical. Quoting fellow panelist Marty Bergen. Even opposite a passed hand, slam is still possible if partner has love. Heart, something like blah, blah, blah. Exactly. On this hand, from the recent Polish Premier League final, at the table West bid 5 hearts and found dummy with this. Huh? What the hell is this? This is garbage. Partner has 3 small hearts and king, queen, 3rd of spades? Dude. What happened? It's kind of a tough problem from partner's perspective. I mean, I would be tempted on their hand to pass 3 hearts, right? Oh boy. I don't know. Partner has a hard problem. I guess I don't blame them for bidding 4 hearts. But God, that is an awful hand opposite what we have. Cards do not lie well, and 5 hearts is always going down, whereas you have an easy 300 defending 4 spades doubled. 2 clubs, 2 spades, and a diamond. 2 clubs, 2 spades! Ace of spades is on our left, huh? Feeling was that if partner wants your input about what to do over 4 spades, he would have created a forcing pass situation by raising hearts via 3 spade cubid. Sure, maybe. Bidding 4 hearts should say that he knows what to do. Disagree. Absolutely disagree. He's either planning to bid 5 hearts or he wants to double them. Like, sometimes you bid 4 hearts because it's like the right thing to do and you just have heart length, right? I mean, didn't I say like king 5th of hearts and out would be a reasonable 4 heart bid because, you know, you have 10 hearts or 11 hearts most of the time. Anyway, with a bad hand that does not expect to beat 4 spades, he should probably pass and hope that 3 spades ends the auction. I don't get that. Because we could have a hand that beats 4 spades ourselves. Partner needs to show their hearts. Yeah, a situation for partnerships to discuss, sure, as all of these are, right? That's the whole point of this entire column, is like he creates auctions that maybe you and your partner should have a discussion about, which is probably helpful. So I think if you're trying to build a solid, like, strong partnership, then this is really interesting. Anyway, we got 6 on that one. Next board. Pass, what did I do? Okay, pass got 10. So almost all the panelists were in favor of passing. There were a few that bid 4 diamonds and a couple that doubled, which I think we talked about why I think those are pretty bad bids, but we'll see what they say. The contestants were actually fairly split. Most of them passed, but there were quite a few that bid 4 diamonds or doubled. Second hand produces the month's largest majority vote from the panel. Blah, blah. This was the penultimate deal of the 2023 Spin Gold Final. Ooh, I didn't remember this at all. And determine the outcome. We'll see later who would have lifted the trophy. Pass, I hope partner will lead a diamond. That's how I feel. I hope to beat this. Sending mental telepathy to not for partner not to get imaginative on opening lead. Pass, I do not expect to make 4 diamonds and also suspect that they're not in their best contract. This is a good point. Are we certain what a double would mean? I think double should say lead diamonds. Probably. But meh. I see no need to double for a diamond lead. South has made a takeout double. South has made a negative double. So any other lead would be unattractive. I don't like bidding 4 diamonds. The unlikely event that's only 1 down, 3 no will probably go down. True. Double would suggest a diamond lead would beat this, which it might, unless Declare has long clubs, a diamond stopper, and a working spade finesse. Partner may well lead a diamond anyway, so why risk another minus 550? An accurate prediction, except Declare had ace queen jack, so he could take a finesse twice for 650? Oh my god. Couple were less convinced, but we've sidestepped the problem. Pass, I would have raised to 4 diamonds after South's double. It's not unreasonable. Not sure what a double from me would mean now, so I'll take my chances on defense. Pass, may have been tempted to redouble. I think double would ask for an alternative lead rather than diamonds. This is probably a useful thing to discuss with your partner, but I think a lot of the times if there isn't a clear alternative lead being presented, right? Like if dummy hasn't bid a suit, so double would clearly ask for dummy's suit, then double tends to say, please lead our suit, rather than do something creative and hope to not get finessed out of it. Anyway, so Sophia, the young Polish player, who I guess is now in the US for college, does have a lot of in-depth discussion on these things about what she thinks is the right sort of system design for a lot of auctions. And I think she has a lot of good takes in general. So if you want to learn about like system design, she's probably a good person to read comments from. That's been my impression of all of her comments so far over the 2 weeks or 2 months that we've looked at these. If they're making 3 now, we'll probably go down 2 or 3 doubled and 4 diamonds. First impulse, 4 diamonds, diamond fit, good defensive prospects, sure. Deweese pass, I like our prospects defending 3 now, although I've been disappointed before. True. If North-South don't have an 8-card major suit fit, although they might, North having 3-3-2-5 and South 4-5-1-3, for example, playing 4 diamonds double is not very attractive. 3 no will probably make or not, depending on who holds the spade ace. Double, this could be anything from 8 for us to 10 or 11 for them. We get doublers. 3 no could be cold or could make. 4 diamonds could simply be cold. At the table in the spin gold final, one West doubled for the diamond lead, and the other took the save in 4 diamonds. Partner had this. So 4 diamonds was only 1 down. Liz correctly predicted the fade of 3 now, so double conceded minus 650. The final was decided by a single-digit margin. Alas, weighted numbers means nothing for those who made the winning decision. Must console themselves with a marginal victory. Unfortunately, wouldn't we win the spin gold if we didn't double? Because we would be minus 430 on this board instead of minus 650. And that would be 8 imps. Thoughts? Instead of 11. Oh, the final was decided by a single-digit margin. They didn't say what the single digit was. Okay, so it would be 3 more imps for our side, but that might not have helped. Okay, next one. 3, I see a pass. We got 10. So what was this one? Oh, yeah, diamond 3 clubs, question mark. 4 no trump is an interesting call. Quantitative, I guess? I don't know. We have a lot of different bids. So there's a negative 1 vote for a negative double. I don't understand that at all. 2 votes for 3 now, 2 votes for 4 clubs. Ugh. I mean, I like pass. We kind of work this one out. Very generous to give 8 to 4 now. You know, it's probably the second best call, right? We have a quantitative hand. I mean, 4 no isn't keycard and diamonds. If we wanted to bid keycard, we would first bid 4 clubs, as some of the panelists did, and then they're planning to follow it up with 4 no. Anyway, what have we got? I had to let South off the hook, jumping to 6 no being our best alternative guess. We're unlikely to hold 3 clubs doubled to 2 tricks, and so beat 6 no, but we could get it 6 down to beat our 6 diamonds. We'll obviously get it at least 4 down to beat our games. Not worried about partner passing out 3 clubs unless 3 clubs is some sort of psych. We'll pay off to it. 3 clubs doubled will probably go down 5 or 6. I'm not sure. We have a slam, so I pass and wait for partner's action. Pass, I expect partner to reopen and intend to defend, or explore for slam should he instead bid a suit. Partner disappoints me and passes. Well, it's just match points. The field might be going minus while we get plus 250. It's true. If we have a vulnerable slam, we need to bid it. If we don't, I should pass and trust partner to reopen with a double. 3 no is a certainty, but in 6 no, I worry about lack of tricks. That's what I was coming up with. I'll trust partner. Partner's surely not going to pass this out. If she doubles, thanks, Jill. You know, Jill only plays the women's events, so obviously all of her partners are female. I'm obviously passing. If she bids 3 diamonds, I'll bid 4 no. Partner bids something else, I'll figure it out. South wants to play 3 clubs. I wish him good luck. I actually wish South about average luck. If he has good luck, maybe he gets out for 500. And if he has bad luck, maybe we're actually making a slam. Average luck is what I would like. Anything could be right, from defending 3 clubs doubled to 6 no if partner has long diamonds. Worst case is that he's 4 by 1, no source of tricks. It's 11 tricks with no possibility of a 12th. It looks like the opponents will go down 5 or 6. Pass, wait for his partner's double and sit. Invitational 4 no trump. 4 no, I'm surprised by South's 3 club bid. I think 4 no trump is natural and slamish. 4 no, cute problem. If partner has a club void, he can be pretty weak for his opening, so I'll go low with 4 no invite, hoping to reach 6 diamonds or 6 no. Sure, if he passes, we're probably better off defending 3 clubs, but for that to go well, we still need to cross the hurdle of partner reopening with a hand that doesn't bid slam now. He's not expecting a penalty pass that often. I disagree with that. I think this is just an auto reopening double. Bird, 4 now. This is clearly natural. Could bid 4 clubs with primary diamond support. Great, great, great. In practice at the table, it would be superhuman to make a smooth pass on this monster. Once you stop to think about it, partner's ability to reopen with a double would then be restricted. And again, kind of disagree. Partner's just always reopening with a void. 6 no rates to make. Absolutely incorrect. I like this comment. 4 no trump. This is very close, and my answer is valid on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. All right, we have a couple of 4 club bidders. 3 now. I don't think South is completely psychic here. Can't rely on a reopening double. I don't think pass for me is forcing. 3 now. All right. Are you willing to defend for 50s when you're certain of at least a blah, 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 blah? At the table, partner had this. Okay. As David pointed out, has your tempo made it impossible for him to double? I mean, no. This is an auto-reopening double, right? Like, you're short in clubs, your left-hand opponent preempted, there is no more action. Your partner has club length. You just have to reopen double to protect partner on this hand. A couple panelists observed that collecting plus 250 might not be a disaster. You'll still outscore those going down in a hopeless slam. Pierre Schmidt sent me an interesting computer analysis of this problem, which suggested that passing was statistically the winning action at imps, but at match points, pass and 4-0 were about equally successful. That seems to suggest... Well, wait a second. Wait a second. Who was it that said... Was it Villas Boas? No, someone said... Yeah, Dubois. If we have a vulnerable slam, we need to bid it, right? So... Pass and 4-0 were about equally successful, but I think this is making the assumption that over 4-0 trump, you always bid to the correct slam, right? Which is not guaranteed. South could have a full psych, but then you get plus 400 vulnerable. How often do you get to score plus 400 when you're vulnerable against not? That's a fair point. That would be quite a result. Okay. How did we do? So we got 10 on that one. Next one, we bid 5 spades, which got us a 5. Lots of people bid 4 diamonds. Again, I thought this was the alternative, is we bid 4 diamonds and then 5 spades. Quite a few of the panelists just decided to bid 4 spades and be done with it. There was 1 vote for 5 spades. A lot of the contestants bid 4 spades. Some bid 3 spades. I'm sorry, what? And then there were some votes for 4 diamonds, very few for 5 spades. A hand on which everyone bid something. This one turned out to be a question of methods. Exactly. Hand is too good for 4 spades, but is 4 diamonds and then 4 spades over partner's 4 hearts, a slam, try, and spades? Or a hand with 4 spades and 5 clubs? Once again, exactly. We talked about this. Are you willing to jump to 5 spades? Average score on this hand is greatly reduced by more than a fifth of competition entrants scoring 0 for responding with a non-forcing 3 spades. When the panel is concerned, 4 spades is not enough. 22% bid 3 spades. These aren't percentages. These are just flat numbers. Oh, it is percentages. Never mind. Oh, you're so right. I thought these were just flat numbers. But do they add to 100? They add to 99. I'm always like really annoyed when I see something like this and it's broken down into percentages and then, yeah, just rounding, and all of a sudden it just like doesn't add up to the right number. It really annoys me because like my math brain, I'm just like, Well, I have to sum up the numbers and they don't sum up to the right number. Okay, where were we? 4 diamonds. Very likely partner bids 4 hearts. I'll correct to 4 spades to show some slam interest with spades. Some partnerships will have the agreement that the sequence shows 4 spades and only in 5 or more clubs, but that is not our method. Great. After 4 hearts, 4 spades shows a good hand. So like this is a thing where if we wanted to make this a real bidding contest, that would be explained in the problem. Like your agreements are that 4 diamonds followed by 4 spades would show a slam try in spades, as opposed to 4 spades and 5 clubs. In which case I would love to do that. I'm not convinced I want to commit to the 5 level, but I feel like undiscussed, that's probably a more clear alternative. And maybe a lot of this comes from my experience of just playing with a lot of partners and having very few agreements with all these partners. Obviously, all these people on the panel have solid, like, full-time partnerships that they have in-depth discussion about these auctions with their partner. And so they'll probably have talked about this. And, you know, as the first pair say, that's not our method, you know, but some pairs would have this agreement, which we talked about. So I tend to like making bids that are very clear and partner will not misinterpret, which can be a little bit tricky because if the majority of like expert partnerships have this discussion with their partner and they all come to the consensus that this is what a 4 diamond followed by 4 spade bid shows, then if I don't do that, partner would assume undiscussed that we also have this implicit agreement, which is a little bit tricky to deal with. But anyway, that's kind of my philosophy on these things. 2 baby diamonds, this hand's only worth the pathetic little slam try that I'm making blow game. 4 diamonds, good hand with 2 suits. 4 diamonds, good 2 suitor. 4 diamonds, I have no bid that actually shows these 2 suits. However, partner's supposed to bid his suits up the line. So if I hear 4 hearts, I'll bid 4 spades, and he'll be able to work out what I'm saying. Let's see what Sophia says. When partner bids 4 hearts, I bid 4 spades. I'd like to invite slam, but we might be off 2 aces, opposite something like this. This is true. Yeah, we could easily be off 2 aces. That's a decent 15, and if I jump to 5 spades, partner would accept with that hand. No, incorrect. Nope. Partner's not treating the king of diamonds as a good card. Absolutely not. That has, I mean, unless your 5 spade jump asks about a diamond control, right? Then sure, partner would accept with this hand. But again, you know, that's probably another discussion for you and your partner to have. Yeah, like king of diamonds is not a good slam card, right? This is an okay card for bidding game. Partner has their bid, but a jump to 5 spades, I mean, like, who cares? They're off the hard ace. They have nothing in clubs. King of diamonds stops the suit, but we already have 1 loser. Are they really expecting us to have the ace of hearts, the king of spades, and the ace, king, queen of clubs? I think the answer is no on that one. We might just bid slam all on our own, or maybe we would ask for a diamond control or something if we could do that. Anyway, only 1 taker for 5 spades. Robson, 5 spades quantitative, anything else will be shrouded and missed. That's kind of how I feel about it. And I don't like to be shrouded and missed. That seems like something I would prefer to be doing in like World of Warcraft. 4 spades, this should have play. Deweese, I don't have a bidding trick available here, not willing to commit to the 5 level. You know, Deweese, over the course of these things, doesn't always come up with the answer that the panel likes, but I like his reasoning. Even when he does something that I think is, like, very likely to be incorrect, I guess is the way to say it. Like, the 4 spade bid here, I think, is a little bit too puny. He like, comes out and says, I don't have a trick for bidding this hand, you know, which implies that 4 diamonds followed by 4 spades for him would show 4 spades and 5 or more clubs. So you're taking off. Take care, Shift. Thanks for stopping by. He says he's not willing to commit to the 5 level. I mean, fair enough take, right? Obviously, he's constructed some hands, like these ones with like king, queen, jack of hearts or whatever, that just don't fit great opposite our singleton heart, and decides that the 5 level is going down often enough to not try it. Do. 4 diamonds followed by 4 spades is not this hand, according to them. Bird says 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, 4 spades might suggest a 4-card spade suit. So hasn't really had that discussion with partner, or maybe just doesn't want to commit to sharing his partnership's agreements here. Big underbid, says Larry Cohen, but 4 spades, then 4 diamonds, then 4 spades doesn't show a big 4 spade bid. Most likely his choice of games with maybe 4 spades and longer clubs. Yeah. Perhaps sometime in the future we'll give Wes something like this after the same auction to see how many then bid 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, 4 spades, claiming it shows that hand. See, this is the thing. That a lot of players, I think, in bidding panels tend to create the system that they think works well for this hand and just use it because they don't have to bid multiple hands over and over. When the hand occurred at the table, partner had ace, queen, jack, ace, king, 10 fourth, doubleton, jack, 9 fourth. So game was high enough. We have 2 diamonds to lose off the top, and we have an issue in the club suit. You could always make 5 clubs, whereas even 4 spades could have been beaten, although not in practice as clubs were 4-0. Interesting. Well, unfortunate. I mean, I would love to have 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, 4 spades show this hand. I'm kind of with Larry Cohen, David Bird, and some of these others that suggest it shows 4 spades and longer clubs. But again, partnership agreement. Hand 5. Where are we? We had another 10 for passing. So lots of panel votes for pass. There are a few votes for double. I'm not really sure I understand double. I guess the point of double is that, yeah, I don't really get double. We're always getting to a 4-3 spade fit. I would rather bid 2 now than double if I wanted to take a call. I really don't understand double. Because partner's always short in hearts and always has 4 spades. Like, if we bid 2 now, we'll get to a 5-3 spade fit. And if we double, partner's going to assume the reason we didn't bid no trump is because we have 4 spades. So we're always getting to a 4-3 spade fit. I don't get double at all. Lots of the contestants, though, that submitted answers went for double because you just count up the hand, you have 21. Everyone thinks that you're supposed to just be bidding with hands like this. And it might be more fun, you know? And I think that's probably a big distinction between like professional level bridge and other bridge, is that it's not fun to pass with a hand like this. It is going to score you the most points, so you're going to win if you pass with this hand, but it's definitely not fun. When you pick up a strong 21 count with a good 5-card major, you want to declare the hand, right? And everyone wants to declare. So you're not really in it to get the most points on a board. You're in it to like enjoy the game. And I think for that reason, that's why a lot of lower level players really like doubling and just would never even consider passing with hands that look like this. Now for me, I've derived the most fun by scoring the most points. So I would rather make the bid that scores the most, which is pass. But I can totally understand why people want to double or bid 2 now or bid 3 now or something with this hand type. First question is whether to bid at all, blah, blah, blah. Pass, no future, no bid. We're likely to collect plus 200 or more with no guaranteed game. Pass, plus 200 defending a heart seems more likely than plus 400 playing in 3 now. Jill says, another pass. They're vulnerable and going down. I'll just counter tricks. Should go plus defending. I would bid 2 no at any other vulnerability. Once again, I don't think our vulnerability is relevant here. I think it's the fact that the opponents are vulnerable. Like we saw a similar hand later on. I forget which hand it was later on where we were both vulnerable, and once again I voted to pass. It might be the last one, board 8. We'll see how that scores though. Maybe the panel will tell me I'm wrong on that one. Might be making 3 now if partner has king 6th and diamonds. Really? Where are our tricks? No! Get out of here! He didn't bid over heart, so the odds are that he has little to offer. I mean, partner wouldn't bid over... Oh, sorry. I was thinking about a different hand. King 6th of diamonds, opposite ace queen 3rd. Yeah, that's true. Then again, I mean, partner wouldn't just overcall over heart with king 6 the diamonds. So yes, it's possible we can make 3 now, but like, who cares? Pass and wait for the hundreds to land on the score sheet. True. Pass with heart sitting over me. I didn't expect to make 3 no with a pauper's dummy opposite. If I was in any doubt, the vulnerability here would convince me. Deweese says double. Will not get 400 on defense, and I believe we are a favorite to make 3 now. See, this is interesting. I mean, this is, again, where I would disagree, but this is just... It's not like Deweese is necessarily saying something wrong. He believes that we're a favorite to make 3 now. And obviously this guy has been around the block a couple times, knows how to, you know, evaluate these sorts of hands. So his opinion and mine are different. His opinion and like a lot of the panel are different, but like he's come up with a decision and he like, you know, leans on his experience to use his judgment in bidding. So I think that's fine. I'll jump to 3 now after most bids from partner, but I'm starting with double mainly to keep 4 spades in play in case partner has a weak 5-card suit there. Anyway, Villas-Boas doubles at imps I would pass, but playing match points I double and try for game. Double, I'm too strong for balancing 2 no. Thus a takeout double followed by 2 no expresses this hand. Double, I'd play 2 no's 19 to 21, so maybe that's right with downgraded heart length. Still feel like I want to show it as more. 2 no, this is not unusual, but natural. Partner couldn't overcall, but could still have enough values to make game. 2 no, 2 no, 3 no. At the table, partner had king 4th, singleton, jack 5th, 4 small. So you can probably make a low spade or diamond contract, but are you ever going to stop there, as the majority accurately judge that passing offers the best realistic choice of a plus score? Sure, yeah. All right, hand 6. We bid 4 hearts. We get another 10. We're not doing too bad, score-wise. A couple chose 5 hearts here, but this feels like a pretty straightforward one. Sand was something of a damp squib. I don't even know what that means. Is this some sort of like English saying? 3/4 of both panelists and competition entrants choosing to take the low road. I did give a couple of bonus marks to 6 hearts purely because it was more deserving than the pass of partners takeout double chosen by a few competitors. Ah, yes, I see. 4 hearts, says Larry, tempting to bid more. Yeah, we're a bit good for 4 hearts. We might make more, but I like plus scores. Difficult hand, but I can go down in 5 hearts. Yeah, there's no way to intelligently explore for slam in the face of the preempt. And this is a really good point, that when the opponent's preempt, experience dictates that just trying to get a plus score is the way to go. So that's why we see a lot of 4 heart bids here in this instance. I made this point. All the major suit finesses are going to be wrong. Terrible cards in both majors. 4 hearts, I go low. 4 no and 5 hearts are both reasonable choices, but suits are likely to be breaking badly, and I hate to go minus when I don't have to. I guess I go low. West may lead a short spade through dummy, and we lose the first 3 tricks. Exactly. A quarter of the panel tried to catch up after their failure to open in first seat. Who knows? I feel I owe a partner more than 4 hearts. Bergen says that a jump by a passed hand must promise diamond shortness. Makes some sense. On this deal from the 2023 Venice Cup, partner had ace-jack doubleton, ace-king-queen fourth, jack third, queen, jack fourth. So this was what I was talking about. The lack of a 5 diamond bid makes it a lot more likely that partner has a big point blob over there, as opposed to a hand that's like a pure takeout double of diamonds. So this is a pretty reasonable hand, but obviously we thought it was a little bit more likely that partner had spade length than heart length. So 6 hearts does make easily here when partner fits our clubs, queen, jack of clubs, obviously nothing wasted in diamonds, and has huge heart support as well as spade shortness. So partner kind of perfectly fits all of our losers. Oh, there is perhaps an inference none of the panel mentioned. Partner's unlikely to be very short in diamonds, no raise. And therefore, she, Venice Cup, is likely to have a very strong hand for her 4-level intervention. Maybe things would have been easier had we opened that week 2 after all. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. You know, a 2-heart opener, when partner holds this opposite in the face of a 4-diamond preempt, I don't know what partner would do with this hand. It's tricky because partner knows that we have values outside, right? When we have nothing in trumps. But it still might be a little bit too much to reach 6 hearts. Anyway, cute hand. Board 7. Pass. I bid 5 diamonds. So we get 6. Yeah, my first instinct was pass, and then I reconsidered, and I liked a slam try. We'll see what the panel says on this one. I see no good reason to abandon a game bonus, chasing the vague possibility of slam. Partner bid under pressure, so I'm not hanging him. This is a really good point, that especially because here we do have a little bit of diamond length. The opponents are preempting, despite them being favorable. It could still mean that they have a ton of diamonds. Like diamonds could be 7-4, I suppose. Partner with a void. So partner with diamond shortness is more likely to want to take action than if we were the ones that were short in diamonds. 4th pass and 7 hands. Yes, I could have a grand on. It's true. I mean, this is one of the reasons that I think I like bidding, that like maybe we could have a grand. It feels like whoever mold is feels like they make some good points and then come to the wrong conclusion about them. Right? Like, this is the same guy, I think, that on one of those first hands was like, oh, both sides could be making. I'm going to pass. If you think your side could have a grand, you should probably bid. Pass, let's give his partner some leeway. Migri says, yes, we could have a slam, but partner may have stretched to bid 4 hearts, and I'm not going to punish him. That's a fair point. Kind of, again, you know, just this experience thing dictating. Opposite preempts, you kind of strive for a plus score. So, reasonable. Pass, an impossible problem. I think partner is more likely to have solid hearts and not much outside than solid hearts and enough to make 12 tricks. Making a try would probably not help. I disagree with that. If partner has the right hand, over any sort of try we make, I'm pretty sure we're going to get to a slam. Pass pass, two may unknowns. Partner could easily have something like queen third, ace king queen six, the doubleton king doubleton. And even the 5 level could be too high. That, I'm less convinced. That, to me, doesn't look like a vulnerable against not 4-heart bid. Because partner has diamond length. But the same hand with one more heart and one fewer diamond does. In which case, I mean, we're probably not going down at the 5 level. Actually, it seems impossible for us to go down at the 5 level if we shift one of these diamonds into the heart suit. Can I make this text bigger? I can't tell. Is this better? I don't know. Pass, I could be wrong, but with 0 to 1 cards in their suit, I know how little I'd need to bid 4 hearts in partner's position. True. Myers says pass. This is one of those hands that reminds me of how effective preempts are. I feel damned if I do and damned if I don't. Preempts work. Partner could have a hand that's like ace jack third, ace king sixth, on which he would surely bid 4 hearts. Wait, why is Jill now playing with a guy? Is she playing in the mixed pairs this time? This, again, I don't know. Maybe I don't understand imps. Well, that's probably true. But is this really a 4-heart bid? I don't understand why we're bidding 4 hearts with this hand. We have no tricks. We don't have diamond shortness, so if partner was short in diamonds, they would have made a takeout double. I don't get it. Why does everyone think that just like generic 3-6-2-2 shapes are bidding 4 hearts here? With a weak heart suit, even. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Is this really a 4-heart bid? Anyway, or a partner could have a hand that's like this. Queen doubleton. Again, I'm not convinced by all these hands where we're giving partner only 6 hearts. Sure, this one is a clear 4-heart call. I agree with Jill on that one. A solid was the 16 count with 6 good hearts. I would definitely bid 4 hearts there despite having a doubleton diamond. In which case, slam is excellent. I'm going to go low and pass, although I'm only a hair's breadth away from bidding 5 diamonds. Sure. Larry says, 5 diamonds, I like to give partner lots of leeway, but I have too much to pass. 5 diamonds, I'll try for slam with 5 controls and jack doubleton support. Schenken, my first thought was to pass. Yes, partner has bid under pressure, but maybe you can make a slam with a good 4-heart bid and scramble home at the 5 level without. If not, sorry, pard. Deweese says 5 diamonds. Obviously, partners might be stretching here. Still, it's not hard to envision a hand where we make a grand, so I'll go the 5 level. See, this is a good take, right? We can come up with hands where we can make a grand. So this was imps, right? Imps. So that makes it a lot stronger for us to actually investigate for a slam, because even if we're only getting to the grand like 10% of the time, that heavily influences the imp odds for investigating. We can afford to go down at 5 hearts a few times if we're getting to 7 hearts making a few times. 5 diamonds with good cards, including the ace of their suit, it would be feeble to pass. Since I would not bid so strongly merely with a diamond control, partner will place me with something good in the black suits too. Yep. Dubois says 4 no, it's hard to construct a hand for partner that doesn't make 6 hearts. Disagree with this. But I'm going to ask for key cards, and if he shows 3, I'll then ask about the heart queen and think about bidding grand if he shows that too. On this hand from the 2023 English Premier League, partner held void, ace king 7th, queen doubleton, and king queen 10/4. So 6 hearts was an easy make. The diamond king on lead, and even 7 hearts was makeable with a successful trump guess queen third on side. Another moral victory for the bidders. Yeah, I agree. All right, what have we got here? So this is the last one, both vulnerable at match points. Ooh, People disagree with the pass. So we got an 8. So our final score looks like 40-65, which is not bad. Lot of the contestants doubled, and this is a huge mistake. We also have one of the panelists who doubled, which, I don't know, that's insanity to me. We'll see who doubled. I expected to see more votes for 2 no Trump as the alternative to pass. 3 clubs was not even in my consideration. Okay, you know, I can tell you what they'll say about 3 clubs already before reading it, but we'll read what they have to say. Having now seen the 3 club call, I think it's okay. I would still like to pass. I still think there's a good chance partner reopens double and we just collect plus 800, and that's a huge win at match points. But 3 clubs has one really important thing that, let's see if the panel gets to it. I'm sure they will. And or one really important thing going for it. This was certainly the most difficult of this month's problems, and also the only one to not produce a majority decision. Largest groups chose an action that was supported. The largest groups of competitive entrants chose an action that was supported by only one panelist. Yeah, the doubles insanity. For the 6th hand, pass again featured prominently in the panel's choices. Let's start with those who decided to wait and see. Pass. I have no clear action. If 2 hearts ends the auction, I'll hope for plus 200. Nothing intelligent to do. I pass and hope that partner can reopen. Then I'll try and come up with something intelligent. I mean, I think we know what the intelligent thing is to do. I have no clear call. Next, and there will be a next, we will make them pay. Pass. I think that's a record 5 passes for me this month. My second choice is 2 spades, but that's a bit fatuous. I'm hoping that partner can balance with his short hearts. Oh my god, what is this text dump? Also, look at the smiley face. Wait a second. In typical teenage girl fashion, she signs all of her messages with an emote. Anything could be right. I'm not a fan of overcalling 3 clubs on such a bad suit. I could move one of my clubs into my spades and overcall that suit. Maybe overcalling 2-no will work too, but the likelihood is that partner has a handful of diamonds, and what would I do if she transfers to diamonds? Once again, we're playing women's pairs, with 3 clubs over my 2-no. Wait, what? Wait a second. What do you mean transfers to diamonds with 3 clubs over 2-no? I'm sorry, do we not play Stamen anymore? Is that not a convention that people use? I wouldn't double, as partner will surely bid some number of diamonds. At this vulnerability, pass seems the most appealing. If North has the rest of the hearts and partner has points, she can double. Partner has the rest of the hearts, we will be better off defending and setting them. And note, this is the most time I've passed in 8 boards in a very long time, 6 of 8. I think my mom is waiting for a set of 8 boards where I'll pass all of them. Smiley face. True. Panel voted 13-7 in favor of taking action. This was the most popular choice. 3 clubs. Miserable. I'm hoping partner does anything but pass. I prefer entering the bidding on this hand, although it would seem that passing is the theme of the month, so we'll see. 3 clubs is ugly. On some days I would double and expect partner to not bid diamonds, but I don't feel lucky today. Yeah, so this comment, Deweese is like thinking about the upsides of bids and maybe not balancing out with some of the downsides. That feels like a very imp-centric mindset, which obviously Deweese plays a lot of imps, so it makes sense. But at match points, you have to kind of, there's this careful balance between like the pluses and the minuses, or the positives and the negatives. It's not just like, you can double and sometimes partner bids spades and now you're super happy and you might even find a spade slam on this deal. But is that more likely than partner, say, jumps to 4 diamonds or something, or 5 diamonds, and now you have no idea what to do with the hand? I think the answer is no, that these are probably somewhat equally likely, and therefore at match points it pays to take the action that doesn't have bad consequences if something goes wrong. Three clubs is disgusting, but so is everything else, although I'm tempted by two spades. It's not crazy. I've seen people overcall 4-card suits before over preempts to some varying degrees of success. I think this is kind of the right shape to do it, but I don't like the spade suit itself. If my spades were like ace, king, jack, fourth, and my hearts were ace, fourth, then I would be a lot more tempted by the two spade overcall. Because then we could probably like ruff a few hearts in partner's hand, play a spade to the jack, losing, ruff some more hearts, and then eventually pull 4 rounds of trumps and pull all the trumps. I'd be a little bit worried about getting tapped in diamonds at trick 1 though. Villas-Boas, the last and most difficult hand. If partner advances 3 diamonds, I can bid 3 spades. This is the point that I was thinking about making for the 3 club call. So the reason that 3 clubs is actually has a lot of things going for it is that if the auction doesn't end at 3 clubs, which it might not, we have chances to get to 3 no trump, which could make. We have hearts stopped. We have chances to get to 5 clubs, which could make. Partners likely shorten hearts and could have some club length. We also have chances to get to 4 spades. So we have a chance to get to a game in 3 different strains, all of which look like they have reasonable potential to make on our hand. And so I think for that reason, especially at this vulnerability, the 3 club call has a lot of merit. I still personally prefer, having now thought about the 3 club bid, that I would rather pass and just ensure plus 200, and also sometimes we just score plus 800 and then we don't have to worry about whether or not people are making 5 clubs or something, or 4 spades on our cards, or 3 now. Dubois says a jump to 4 clubs would be leaping Michaels. That should show 5 spades. That's a possibility, as it's not as big a lie as bidding 2 no. Overcalling 2 spades would be lying about the spade length, so just overcall 3 clubs, but gonna go low. Yeah, here we go. At least after a 3 club overcall, I can still bid my spades. If partner advances 3 diamonds, the bigger reward is when he has 4 or more clubs. True. Pierre earns this month's Comment of the Month award, as well as 10 marks. 3 clubs. The last torture of this set of hands is the biggest. We're probably down by 50 imps after the first 7 boards, but I refuse to pass. That's actually so good. I have too much. Of course, neither double, 2 no, 3 clubs, nor 2 spades are fully representative in my hand, so I have to make a choice between the inconvenience. Choose 3 clubs because I had a dream last night. I held this random 7 count. LHO opened 2 hearts and my partner overcalled 3 clubs, and then the alarm clock rang. So what? This are we like cold for a grand or something? Is that what he's saying here? King 5th of clubs, King doubleton of spades and a doubleton heart, and we're basically cold for a grand in clubs if Trump split. I mean, I suppose we're on a guess for the Queen of Spades. We'll probably take a roughing finesse through the non-preemptor for that. Anyway, that's pretty good. When the hand occurred at the table, partner had 3 small doubleton, ace 10 fourth, king queen fourth. Do you expect partner to reopen if you pass? Probably not with 3 small spades. I mean, obviously, if partner had 4 spades, if partner was 4-2, 4-3, or 4-2, 3-4, then yes, I would expect him to reopen double. With 3 no making easily, the undoubled penalty from 2 hearts will not score well. The 3 club overcallers will hit pay dirt right away, and even Liz's solo double would have worked. Playing Lebensal partners 3 clubs would set you on the path to glory. Clubs were 2-2, spade honors were split, so 6 clubs was an easy make. I'd confess I'd have been one of those struggling away in a disgusting 4 spade contract. How? Would you overcall 2 spades or whatever else? We see all of the scores. So what did I say I was at? 65. So we're down here with Sally Brock, Liz McGowan, and Barnett Shankin. Oh, and David Bird. Scoring much worse than the panelists this month.